Greetings, Marvel fans, and I would like to say Marvel Future Fight fans, but chances are there's none of them left. Are you fucking kidding, Netmarble? Really? Are you kidding me? You guys, you know what you guys have been since the fall? You're like little kids that have a big brother that you look up to and you're like, wow, he's cool as shit. He's got a motorcycle and he's got a leather jacket and he gets all the chicks and he bangs girls without a condom but is immune to STDs. He's so fucking cool. I love my big brother. I want to be just like him. And then they try and go out and emulate the big brother and wind up in a whole mess of shit, like racing their little Yugo down the street and getting into an accident and running over a dog, and then the cop comes and arrests them for drunk driving, and then they get butt fucked in jail and they get herpes of the anus. I mean, my god, what the hell is Netmarble thinking lately? So, if you haven't run the update yet, and I've actually not been in the game since it updated. I was in the game early. Oh my god, it's Tron! Holy shit, what did they do to Black Panther? Is this a graphical glitch, or is this really... I did not see the... Oh my god. The pictures that I was seeing did not portray this uniform this way. Is this Tron Legacy? Is this Son of Flynn? Guys, do I need to go over and start playing Daft Punk? Do I need to get, like, D-Res going on here? Is this guy a background extra from the club scene with Olivia Wilde and Flynn, and Jeff Bridges shows up and what the hell? Oh man, the hits just keep on coming with this update. This is I was not expecting that. This looks like it's almost an Assassin's Creed uniform. I mean, I know that's Killmonger, but oh man. Okay, so I'm derailed, and that's Shuri's uniform. I was derailed a second here. So I was in the game earlier today before the update, and I was looking for some daily stuff to do, and then it was maintenance, and now this is my first time post-maintenance. However, I already had a jumping off point for this, and that was the patch notes. So... Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, Shuri, Ulysses Claw, Killmonger, 3 new uniforms, new legendary battle inspired by Marvel's Black Panther, new challenge content, daily trivia, kind of interested to see it. So 3 new characters. Here's Shuri. Marvel Legacy. Leadership, Jalia enhancements, all allies get speed up. Genius Princess. Applies to self, ignore dodge rate. Tier 2, this is where shit gets good. Apply to all allies, decrease damage received from supervillain types, and increase damage to supervillain types. Really nice. I like it. I would absolutely go for a T2 Shuri in a heartbeat. No questions asked. I think that's a major player, especially in the speed category, which I think has needed some more raw attack buffs. Lately. I mean, they've been dumping a lot of good stuff into speed. I feel like the Kid Kaiju into Quicksilver transition worked pretty well. Now Luna is over there, but she's like energy based for speed, which is a little weird. But Shuri is, I think, going to be a very good boost to speed, if not a good standalone character. Panther Foray, physical damage. Physical damage with a stun for Royal Martial Arts, petrification, all attacks, defensive speeds, decreases all damage received, Flock of Crows, a bleed, which could be nice, applies to enemies, with giant crow form, a stun. So she's got 2 stuns, she's got a bleed, could be cool. Ulysses Claw, he's a blast, he's energy based, obviously. Leadership, critical rate up for blast, which is pretty good. Especially if you're running, you know, blast into a combat heavy area. Marketing skill has tier 1 critical damage up, tier 2 to all allies critical damage up. So he's very, very crit based. It's nice to have that variety, but I don't think he's as game changing as Shuri. And at tier 2, his dodge rate goes up, his critical damage goes up, guaranteed crit rate goes up, and then enhances the effective skill marketing skill, which probably would also spill into the tier 2, you know, multi-person buff over there. Good, you know, kind of nice to have to boot Chris. I mean, not everybody is going to be a Magneto boosting mutants or Star-Lord or that kind of stuff. It's nice to have some variety there. He's got Sonic Cannon, which is enemy damage and a stun. He has Random Fire. He has Mysterious Supporter, which is guarding against 5 hits and summoning an illusion. Klaus Mercenaries and Explosive Speeding, which is a burn damage, so it's a dot. That's kind of interesting. Then we come over to Killmonger Classic. His leadership is physical defense, and then he has a passive of decreasing physical damage. And at tier 2, Synthetic Herbal Potion increases damage dealt to superhero type characters by a lot, increases skill damage. So, you know, this could be good for the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver setups. It could be good for Alliance Conquest, since you know what you're getting into when you're going to click on a zone. You know, if they're very hero heavy, run Killmonger. Violent Rush, physical damage. Trample, physical damage. Roar of Revolution applies to all enemies. Their defenses go down. He gets a speed up. Huge Descent, decreases speeds, good for kiting. And then Unstoppable Resistance, good stun. Shuri and Claw can be obtained from the premium hero chest in the store or biometric selectors. So your typical free-to-play. Killmonger is the paywall. And then they have uniforms. Shuri, uniform bonus. When skill output enhancement is used, she gets a super armor and all defenses go up. So, what was it that she was boosting off of? When skill output enhancement is used. I guess that means the Dahlia enhancements? No. What are they saying over there? That's really weird. Activate, unless it changes Panther God protection, maybe? No. It's not a skill. Maybe it's changing the name of a skill? When skill output enhancement is used, I don't know what they're meaning. They're seemingly referencing something that I don't know. Panther God protection. Black Panther. His uniform, the Tron Legacy looking one, applies to self, super armor, all defenses, enhances the effective skill Predatory Frenzy. Which of course we're not going to see up here because they didn't list it. Well, actually, let's look at them in game. Let's take a look at Predator Frenzy. We'll sort the list by combat just to make things easy to find. He's not super high for me, but there he is. Skills, Predator Frenzy, activation rate when attacking, apply to enemies a bleed, critical damage increases, so it's saying it bonuses that. So 45% chance when attacking, and better bleed damage, crit stays the same. Killmonger, Activation rate when attacking applies to enemies. Bleed damage. Enhances the effect of skill unyielding will. Decreases all damage by 55%. Well... Oh, changes from physical to all. Okay, that's pretty cool. Marvel's Black Panther uniform can only be acquired through Black Panther Extreme Package. You ready, guys? Strap in, because here's where the fucking coaster gets going. Black Panther, Shuri, and Killmonger's new uniforms have a different price point and higher upgrade material requirements with higher stats compared to other uniforms. Shuri and Killmonger's uniforms will be on sale for a limited period. You will be able to check them in the Marvel Universe uniform room in the shop. Black Panther's new uniform will not be discounted in the uniform sale event. New Legendary Battle. The Marvel Black Panther Legendary Battle is composed of 3 stages that can be played between normal and extreme difficulty. However, extreme difficulty is only accessible once the Black Panther Extreme Package is purchased. And funnily enough, their screenshot has a blot out on the price because they know it's different in Android and iOS and probably regions. You need to purchase the Black Panther Extreme Package to enter extreme difficulty. You will receive a Legendary Battle Completion reward chest and a bonus reward based on your character's level. I do believe I've got somebody who got it, and it is this premium card. And he says, oh, it might have been a different link, but he replied and said it came from the legendary thing. So Kevin asked him, you know, wait a minute, they didn't say anything about cards. And then he replied, but it's deleted for some reason, that it came from that. So this card, as you can see, has physical attack, ignore defense, cooldown duration, very good stats. Let's be honest, that's great. And then he has a attack speed, crowd control time, and physical defense. So attack speed's pretty good here. The other two are a little shit. However, I want to point something out over here. Magic the Gathering is pairing up with a game with Netmarble called Project M, which is going to be mobile. So this is Wizards of the Coast and Netmarble releasing a game that they're calling Project M, which could potentially be a Magic the Gathering MOBA. Could this be the reason for Netmarble's recent greed with this? So let's explain what's been going on with Netmarble here. Let's rewind it. Let's take you back to a more fun and glorious time where birds sang and grass was green and trees swayed slowly in the breeze and everything was happy and hunky-dory prior to the loot box issue that occurred in Marvel Future Fight. So I've honestly been calling Netmarble NEMEA lately. NMEA, Netmarble Electronic Arts. As a joke because of how greedy they've gotten. But in reality, they're acting more like the way Bungie has been for Destiny 2. If you're not aware of what Bungie has been doing with Destiny 2, Bungie Activision have been doing with Destiny 2, they've been fucking up for like 3 or 4 months now, and every time they do, they say they're sorry, they say they're gonna fix it, they say they're gonna be like more transparent and shit, and then they do something else that screws it up. Like, you had the experience issue, and they said yes, there was a problem with the experience slider, so they exposed the inner workings of the slider, and people found out that they were having to get double the experience than they thought. Then they had the faction event. Then they had before the faction event, which was really stupid, Curse of Osiris was locking people out of vanilla content by forcing people to get Curse of Osiris so that their light would uncap and get them back into the dungeons they were already allowed into, or the raids and instances they were allowed into. To kind of put it in numerical thing that's easier to understand, Destiny 2 drops, you get up to 300 light, and that's your cap, and that's what gets you into the endgame content. Curse of Osiris drops and says the gate to get into those raids are now 310. Well, you cannot break the 300 cap unless you installed Curse of Osiris, which means if you didn't want to do Curse of Osiris and you wanted to do just vanilla content, you had to purchase Curse of Osiris. Then we factor in the fact that PC users got it a month late than the PS4, but Curse of Osiris came out for both systems at the same time. So PC users had a whole month less to cap out from the PlayStation users or the Xbox users and everything. And now suddenly they have 1 month less of the game and they're forced to upgrade. Can you imagine if you saved up so much money and got a 2015 car and then were told, no, wait, I'm sorry you've had this for just a couple months, but now that it's 2016, you need to purchase the 2016 model, otherwise your car won't run on gas anymore. I mean, like, that's fucking ridiculous. That's what Bungie's been doing, and that's this chain of screw-ups. And now here comes Netmarble, like I said in the beginning of the video, acting like the big brother, looking at Bungie, looking at EA as these big cool brothers wearing leather jackets and banging hot chicks. And they're like, I could do that too. And then they go out and try to do this shit. And it's like, my God. What are you fucking people doing? You don't get over the loot box debacle around Christmas and say, we'll win your trust back. Like, everybody has, like, quoting this. I want to point this out. If you come down in the thread here, and you go down in page 1, and you go to page 2, page 3, page 4, page 10, everybody quotes that. They're like, this is winning the trust back? No, this Netmarble, listen to your fucking community. You cannot pull this off. You cannot pull this crap and do this again. I sound like a parent. I'm not a parent, and I sound like a parent talking to a kid when you're like, you gotta stop pulling this shit. Like, you're getting in trouble in school. I want to smack your face around when you're at home. The cat hates you now. The dog won't go near you. You've broken everything in the living room. Can you stop pulling stunts? Well, that's what Netmarble is doing. They're like an ADHD kid that is bouncing off walls and flinging shit and having tantrums. And they're just awful. This is utterly ridiculous what they're doing. I mean, look. 4 cash grabs in a row. 3 months ago, you said, we try to get your trust back. Disappointment. I don't know what that is. That's Cyrillic. We'll say that's Russian disappointment. Extreme package overpriced. Time to get a new game. This post I don't agree with. No more saving selectors prepared for the update schedule and contents are subject to change. Item in the mailbox with an expiration and boost items will be removed during maintenance. Hasn't this always happened? Isn't it just the non-expiration ones that have survived? I didn't think that was new, but this is bad. We don't need more paywalls when the ones we have now suck. A whole bunch of Tourette's cursing over there. The guy even says it, don't yell at me. People won't quit the game. You've done it again. You're amazing, guys. I haven't spent a crystal in 3 months. I can't believe this with the paywall uniforms. I'm really not motivated by this update at all. And I mean, I could dig in pages 2 and 3 and 4, and the trust thing comes out. The paywall thing comes out. Alright, look. We haven't even had Luna long enough. And now suddenly we have more paywall again. Okay, you know, Killmonger. I honestly don't think Killmonger's that good. I think my bios are going to be completing Luna to tier 2 for a little while. That's my plan over there, because I don't necessarily think Killmonger is worth it right out of the gate. Shuri, I definitely want to put some effort into, and Claw could be okay, but I mean, let's be frank. The Blast Sphere, the Blast Realm, is full of very, very good characters. You have good leadership in Coulson and Star-Lord. You have amazing team-ups like the Doctor Strange team-ups. You have the mutants, Magneto, Cyclops, and Cable. Excuse me. Yes, I said exactly what I wanted to say there. I brain farted for a moment. I mean, a good Cable absolutely wrecks face. He's been my highest scoring character. Sharon Rogers, I know she doesn't fit with a lot of ABEX stuff, which is unfortunate because it's Blast Male. But I mean, she's still glorious for world bosses. She runs over regular ABs that you put her into. She's fantastic in timeline. Blast is very, very crowded. Speed has needed some people for a while. I felt we got it with Quicksilver. I felt we got it with Kid Kaiju's uniform. Shuri, I believe we're going to get it. X-23, I don't honestly know if she means a whole lot. Mine is 6660, but is not going to be tier 2 anytime soon, especially now with Shuri. I'm going to kind of go past X... I'm sorry, not X2, X-23. I'm bypassing X-23 and honestly going to Shuri, but I mean, aside from the amount of paywall that we had recently, where we were like just getting over Luna, this greed has occurred too often in a short period of time. If you want to think of the year as a clock face, and you want to think of us at the bottom of the year over here, we're looking at like 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 o'clock. It's you can imagine the clock filling with this black sludgy tar liquid that's all pooling to the bottom, and the last 4 or 5 months, 5 is maybe extreme, the last 3 to 4 months with Netmarble and Marvel Future Fight has been awful. They get rid of the loot box, and then they push stuff to that stupid fucking processor, which is absolutely awful. The processor is not any better. I mean, you know, now you can get antimatter boosts and everything like that, which is cool. You know, when I hit the store, I like to get bigger packages of dimension debris. I like to get 5-star experience chips. If I see stones, especially the ones that I'm low on right now, so right now, Norn Stones of Strength are low for me, I'll get them. I mean, it's gold. My gold is kind of idling right now, but I mean, this X gene, to get X-23 is ridiculous. The universals to pump up the ultimates after the, you know, the chest went away is ridiculous. Netmarble, stop reinventing the wheel as a fucking triangle. That's what you've been doing with this stuff. You've taken the wheel and you've knocked us back to caveman era, where our carts are being pulled by triangles, which is funny because the processor, it's right here. Like, I wasn't even looking at it when I said it. It's right here. There's 2 of them. This is what Netmarble has on the ground for your cart right now. A triangular quote-unquote wheel. Stop with the fancy shit. You either make stuff a paywall or you make stuff farmable. And farmable in this game takes on so many equations. You have farmable in story, farmable in specials. You have farmable in events. I mean, let's look at it. Story, you can farm in there. Special, you can farm in there. Epic quests, you can farm in there. Legendary battles, you can farm in there. Villain siege, we know what heroes you get out of those tokens. Timeline battle, we know what heroes you get out of those tokens. World bosses are farmable until you unlock them. Either paywall it or farm it. Stop with the goddamn jackpot slots and everything and these crazy crystal requirements and the processor. It's just ridiculous, and you haven't given us any time. If this was a crazy thing that you pulled once in a 6-month period, once in a 4-month period, you know, we'd be okay. We'd probably be like, you know, you guys have been pretty generous for a little while. I got your back here. I'll get involved in this, and I'll pay for this one. You know, this one's pretty cool. He's gonna be a meta character. This, that, and the other thing. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I'll spend some money. But after you come out of the loot box issue and put it in the processor, which is an issue, have the Luna Snow event, which a lot of people were disappointed in that. And then this, it's just a chain of absolute shit with these guys. I mean, they've equipped themselves a CTP that says chain disappointment goes up per link in the chain, stacking up to 10 times. We're only halfway there. If you think about it, we're only like 5 links in this crazy chain of disappointment over here. Honestly, and I hate to say it because I don't want to act entitled, I don't want to act like stupid, you know, kids out there who think the world owes them everything and they protest at the drop of a hat and everything's bullshit. This needs to go back on protest. Again, this honestly, the community should rally again and put this on a boycott and say, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. The Wakandan tokens are back? I gotta see this. Is there a limited event shop? Are they gonna bring the shop back? Is that what that is? Hold on one second. I'm a little curious about something here. No, alright. Didn't think so. It's probably a little further along over here. Maybe you spend the tokens on something else. Not seeing it. Maybe that, yeah, I'm not really too sure what the Black Panther tokens are going to be over here. So, I mean, Tier 2 Advancement Mega, $75. $75. I mean, that's still ludicrous. A Mega Uniform for $37. Wakandan Special Pack 1 and 2. So, a lot of crystals, a lot of BAM, 500 boost points, which is really good. 100 Black Panther tokens. Here it is, the Extreme Package. Okay, now I'm a little surprised at this. I thought this was supposed to be 6,600, not 5,500. Maybe this is because I'm on Android, and maybe it's 66 on iOS or different countries. But still, let's math this out into real currency over here. Oh, here's, alright, so there's the tokens. Okay, well that answers what we could use the tokens for. But alright, so let's look at these prices. A Tier 2 Mega is 400 tokens. If you get this, you are only getting 50. If you're getting the $90 package, you're only getting 100. So $90 translates into nothing. Nothing on the screen so far. 200 bios. That's what $90 gets you. I mean, I hope there's going to be other things available over here, but... Alright, so yeah, we wanted to convert this into real money. So, 5,500 crystals for Extreme Mode, a max of 600 crystals available. Get a legendary Black Panther uniform and T2 advancement ticket immediately after upgrading. There's that card. It looks like they're hinting at a couple CTPs. 5,500. Okay, so in order to get 5,500... Okay, there you go. $45. So you'd have to drop $45, roughly, to get that Black Panther Extreme kit. Now, I happen to have 3,500, so for me to get up there... We'll go back this way. You know, I only need about $2,000. $2,000 in crystals. There's a 3,300 for 28. Yeah, so two of these, you know, roughly two of these would do it, $9 a pop. So about $18 if I just completely wanted to obliterate my crystals. Now, there's some Black Panther tokens over here. That's a measly 30. I mean, it's just, you can see the greed is rampant over here. You could take some of the excess crystals and maybe go through the uniform upgrades a little bit. But I mean, this is just outright greed. And I honestly do believe this should require a boycott again. And Netmarble needs to be downranked again on the stores. And we need to send a message to them and tell them about this stuff, because this is absolutely garbage. And unfortunately, the thing is, the sale is so tight, we probably don't have enough time to effect change for this. We really don't. I don't think anything that we could do to Netmarble now would reduce these prices during the sale, and it makes them sit so pretty for this. Honestly, the only one I would be super interested in would be Shuri. I would like to get Shuri, like, right out the gate, get her up there to T2 as fast as possible, and give her a uniform. I think she could be effective. Killmonger, I'm in absolutely no rush for. And if we're going to be standing against Netmarble for this shit. And here, Tron Legacy Black Panther... There you go. I mean, it forces you right into this. And I don't think Black Panther, even with this uniform, is honestly going to be worth it. And not game-changing enough. I mean, the combat sphere is also got its own meta right now. And I don't think he fits. You've got Wolverine. You've got Apocalypse. I mean, you've got tried and true Carnage in there. And then you have workhorses like the symbiotes that still do... an absolute shit ton of work and are extremely hard to take down. I mean, let's take a look at what's going on in combat. Beast buffing Wolverine, that's a good area. Carnage is still good. Valkyrie is still very good. Werewolf has his place buffing teams. APOC, She-Hulk buffs teams. I mean, I just don't think there's a spot for Killmonger to do anything. I mean, even Titania and her husband and She-Hulk is a good three-way over there. So, I think I'm done. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm done with this video, but this is ridiculous Netmarble. People get out there, tell them about this. Tell them with your wallet. Tell them with your ratings. Share this around. The shit is just really gotta stop. Peace out, everybody.